This episode of Proper English is brought to you by phrasal verbs using time and the idiom, that's the way the cookie crumbles.
A couple of weeks ago in episode 19, we looked at ways we talk about or express time, didn't we, Ali?
We did, Dave. Today we're returning to an ever-popular, ever-problematic area of grammar, phrasal verbs.
Our old friends, D.I. Davidson and Sergeant Roberts, are going to help us out today.
Davidson and Roberts were investigating the case of a missing person, a young man who worked in a large furniture store.
Well, Ma'am, the young man in question...
Ian Keir?
That's correct, Ma'am. Mr. Keir hasn't been seen since 2 p.m. when he finished his dinner break and should have returned to the shop floor.
Now, I believe he clocked in at 7:54 this morning, didn't he?
That is correct, Ma'am.
And we've checked the records, have we? He hasn't
yes.
clocked out.
There is no record of him clocking out. Shall we assume he is still on the premises?
Yes, Roberts, we must. Right, let's get on with it. I'm pressed for time this evening. I promised my husband I would actually be home in time for dinner for once. Tell me, what do we know about Mr. Keir?
Seems like young Ian was a bit of a loner. He's been working here for 5 months now, but no one seems to hang out with him, either at work or outside of work.
OK, so let's leave interviewing his colleagues until later. We might have more luck with CCTV.
Well, I've only just started looking through the footage, so it's going to take me a while.
Right. Get PC Milton down here and tell her to hurry up. There must be hours of footage to look through.
Yes, Ma'am. Only problem, Ma'am, is last time I asked Milton to help out, her boss said I wasn't to take her away from her important work again.
Oh, for goodness sake. You press on with looking through the video footage then, and I'll get Milton down here. Oh, hello, Dirk. I need your help. We've got a young lad who's disappeared and time is running out. Well, no, he's 22. Well, no, it's a furniture shop, but I really would like to get this wrapped up. If we could just have Milton here for a couple... Well, I was really hoping to be home in time for dinner, Dirk. You said you were making your lasagna. Great, Dirk. Thanks then. Bye. Bye.
It's beginning to look like he was in the bedroom furniture department. Apparently, his supervisor told him to tidy up after some kids had messed up all the duvets. All the beds look freshly made, except for one. It's still a mess. The duvet is all bunched up. Hang on a minute.
What, Roberts? What do you see?
I see a pair of shoes.
OK.
Just by the bed. Why would someone do their shopping with no shoes on? Oh, now the duvet's moving. Oh, I can see a foot and a leg and another leg and... Oh, it's him! It's Ian Keir!
What an excellent result, Roberts. Your eagle eyes have saved us so much time that I think I can fit in a quick trip to the kitchen department before I go home.
You're welcome, Ma'am.
So, another exciting case solved in no time at all by Roberts and Davidson.
Davidson and Roberts.
Well, I guess so.
How many phrasal verbs did you spot? Did you understand them? Let's recap.
OK, so Keir, that's I Keir, Ian Keir, E Keir, get it? Clocked in. That means he recorded the time that he arrived at work. He didn't clock out, so he didn't record a leaving time, which is how the detectives deduced that he was still in the shop.
Then Roberts said she was pressed for time. That means she was in a hurry because she felt she didn't have enough time.
We can also say we're pressed for money if we don't have enough.
Then there was hang out.
Now, to hang out with someone is to spend time with them. It's an informal expression. Roberts and Davidson,
Davidson and Roberts,
don't hang out. The time they spend together is professional. Friends hang out together, not colleagues.
Next was hurry up.
Yeah. Hurry up means be quick, a modern way of saying make haste.
Then Davidson told Roberts to press on with what he was doing. That means to keep on doing what he was doing, and it's implied that there's some urgency or some determination required.
When Davidson was on the phone to Dirk, she told him that time was running out.
This is like looking at a sand timer, an egg timer, or the Americans call it an hourglass. The sand runs through the narrow gap, and as the sand gets less and less in the top section, we know that we are about to run out of time.
Wizard of Oz.
Eh?
In the film, The Wizard of Oz. Everybody's seen it, surely. The Wicked Witch of the West uses a huge egg timer.
She does. That scared me a lot as a little girl.
Oh, anyway. So, then Robert said, hang on. He could have also said, hold on.
It's like he's here in the room.
I know, it's amazing, isn't it? It's an informal way of asking someone to wait. We sometimes say, hang on a mo.
Short for moment.
Hang on a sec.
Short for second.
Or hang on a minute.
And finally, D.I. Roberts was able to fit in a trip to the kitchen department.
Oh, yeah.
That means she was able to find enough time to look round. When you make an appointment with someone, a hairdresser for example, they may say, I can fit you in at 2 o'clock.
Some more points to note. I have students talk to me about half a year. Now, we native English speakers would refer to the number of months. So 6 months rather than half a year.
Good one. Here's a tricky expression. Nowadays. I find some students talk about something in their life that's happening and they'll say, nowadays, I've been going swimming every day.
Ah, yeah, that's close, but it's not quite right.
No, we use nowadays to compare with events in the past. So you'd only say nowadays I go swimming every day.
Present simple.
To show the contrast with the past when you didn't swim every day.
And it's the same with these days, isn't it? Also, if you haven't been in touch with someone for a while, you might say, what are you doing these days? There's something that I often say to my students that confuses them, and I don't mean to confuse them. That's not the business that I'm in.
No.
But sometimes I'll say, so what have you been doing since I saw you last?
Okay.
Or what have you been doing since we spoke last?
Right.
And I don't know if this is a Sheffield thing, me saying last.
Last. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. But basically it means, what have you been doing since the last time we spoke together?
Now it's time for Idiom of the Week.
Idiom of the week.
This week's idiom came up in conversation with my lovely student Alexandra in Astrakhan.
Alexandra, again.
I know.
Brilliant. That's the way the cookie crumbles is almost certainly North American in origin. Us Brits eat more biscuits than cookies.
It's true. Is it just that we use the word biscuit though, and the Americans use the word cookie? Or is it more complicated?
I'm not 100% sure. We must have our Canadian friends Rochelle and Rui on for a chat sometime.
We should, yeah. Anyway, that's the way the cookie crumbles is used when something not too serious has gone a bit wrong, or when something bad but not awful has happened.
Yeah, it's fatalistic. A bit like the expression c'est la vie that we have stolen from the French. It means, that's life.
I might say I was running late, so the supermarket was closed and I didn't manage to pick up the eggs you wanted.
Oh well, that's the way the cookie crumbles.
Or I looked for flights to Manchester on a Saturday, but they were all really expensive, so we'll have to fly on Thursday instead. But I guess it's just the way the cookie crumbles.
It is.
And here we are at the end of another episode of Proper English.
As always, we hope you've enjoyed listening in on our conversation.
We really do.
Why not recommend us to a friend?
Or a family member.
Or a fellow student?
It makes us so happy when we get new subscribers.
And don't forget to rate, review and subscribe to us on your favourite podcast app.
We also love getting feedback, so why not get in touch?
Ask us questions. Tell us what you want in future episodes.
But how, Ali? How?
Well, our email address is properenglish
All one word.
@sapo.pt.
Or you can go to Instagram or Twitter or Facebook if you have them.
So, until next time, it's goodbye from me,
And it's goodbye from me too.
and thank you for listening to
Proper English.